Hi guys and welcome to Angling For You, and today you join me on the lovely Willows Pond at Lindholme Lakes, and we are fishing the margins late on. We're trying to see what we can catch. Now I think this is an F1. We've got the old trusty paste. We we hooked into something just as we started the camera, slightly before this, which was stupidly sized, and that went off rather quickly, and I had to jump off my box to try and keep hold of it, and needless to say that twanged off. So this is the first real fish. Might not actually be an F1, it might be it might be a carp actually, but yeah, it's a nice carp. But fishing this time of day can be so deadly. You can put so much weight in your matches, but what I notice is a lot of pleasure sessions, and I'm also I do this myself. I tend to, with having the family and wanting to spend some time with them, I come in the morning and I fish till 3 o'clock, and I'll have a good day and I'll catch. But I sort of sometimes discount the most important part of the day, which is this time, this sort of 4 o'clock onwards, and you can really have some good fish. And this is a nice carp to start, and this is actually the first carp I've caught today. Everything I've caught today has been F1, F1, F1. So it's a nice looking common, certainly not in the same league as what we've just lost, but still looks like a nice fish. I'm not gonna, and he's in head first. That's the first one of the day, carp wise, and he's a good stamp actually. He's definitely a good seven pound, I would have thought. Absolutely full of beans. There we go. Lovely start to the session. Let's get him back. We'll see if we can get back out there. He's less than happy, that one, about being caught. So, tactics wise for this time a day, what are we doing? So, realistically, it's about feeding, and it's just putting those little bits of bait in throughout the day to make the fish feel safe. So when they go onto this area of feed, they are quite confident and carefree almost. They know this time of day is when people are packing up, so people throw bits of bait and all sorts of stuff into the margins. They know that, so they're not daft. But what I think is, when I do this, and there's loads and loads of baits that you can do, is my go-to is paste. And the reason is it's just it targets bigger fish for a start, but it just seems to be not as obtrusive. They don't tend to fear it as much. So you get fish come in and just see it and think it's just some mashed up stuff. They don't fear it, they just slurp it in, and it ends up, for me, doing me the most damage at this time of day. So fingers crossed we can go back out and we can prove that theory. So we've been feeding this area up all day. Sorry for the old aeroplane in the background. Been feeding this area up all day. Now, what we're hoping to do by that, like I said, is build the confidence levels. We've got, later on in the day now, the anglers are leaving from all around the park. It's starting to lose a little bit of the glaring light that's been through the day, and this is when the fish feel the most comfortable. Straight into another. He's pulling back. Wow. I don't know what that was. Again, something absolutely ginormous. It was pulling back and then it came off. So maybe it was foul hooked, but whatever went off took off like an outboard motor. Don't understand what went on there, if I'm honest. Everything looks all right with the hook and the line. Maybe it just went over its fin. And this can happen, obviously, when you're fishing margins. This can happen. We're trying to stay close to the feature and try and not give too much space for the fish to get in behind, and that does help with not getting as many foul hookers, but you know, you can never ever guarantee that, and that don't matter what bait you're fishing on. If that line lays over and registers a bite, unfortunately 9 times out of 10 as an angler you're going to strike it. Just hopefully that won't disrupt the peg too much. That is the answer to that question. No. Straight away there. And this is what I mean by confidence. And with the paste, it targets these bigger fish, but it's so confidence boosting for them. You know, that's straight under and straight on that fish. And we've bumped a fish before that. I'm going to play it quite gingerly. It doesn't feel particularly massive, but we've got the worst reeds ever to my left, and they are, if they get their head in there, it's game over. Doesn't feel particularly big. It might even be that it's an F1. And this is where you see, got to be ready, because they can trick you into it and then have you in them reeds, no problem. So never ever move those sections away from where you're fishing when you're fishing a potentially snaggy peg like this one is. I'm just trying to keep a little bit of bite on it, just to try and get it to come the opposite direction. Don't want it to be coming towards my left, because that's obviously where those snags are. I want to feel confident that I can get it onto the rollers and onto the top kit to put some control on it before I do that. Like so. I'm using 019 straight through today. Oh, it's a little ghosty. Not a massive fish, but a beautiful looking one. Angry as always. It's a beautiful fish. Lovely. Beautiful markings on that. About 5 pounder, I said. But it's all about building that weight up. It's an angry beast. Hooked perfectly in the top mouth, top lip, where you'd expect it to be. I'm gonna show you him in the net there rather than get him out. He's obviously coming quite quickly and he's not an happy bunny at all, so we'll get him back in and we're going to keep going, guys. We'll keep it live, keep it rolling, and just see what I mean by being able to top that weight up, or just to set yourself a little personal challenge, you know. Set yourself a timer, get yourself a clicker, and you know, put a bit of weight on and see what you can click. Sometimes, if you know people at venues, or you got venues that are okay with it, and they might even let you put a keep net in for the last three hours, and just you can see what you get. It just depends, obviously, what venue, and always ask that question first. You know, don't just start sticking keep nets in if you aren't asked for permission. So it's filling me full of confidence. Is this now? So I've had 4 put-ins. I've had 2 really big fish that I've swum out the peg with a foul hooker, and I've got a 7-pound carp and something that's a ghosty that's around a 5-pound mark. So that fills me with a lot of confidence. The reeds are knocking, so you know, it gives me confidence that there's still fish there waiting. just saw the float pop out of the water then, and that's sometimes when there's a few fish there and they're knocking about, could be they just knock the paste off, and that's why when you have your paste rigs you don't fully shot the rig like you would do on a normal rig. You undershot it, which we'll go and talk about in a second, because that means that when the paste does come off, that the float will just pop back to the top and you'll know that you've got no paste back on there. So again, be nice and consistent. It's all about having things to hand. I go on about this quite often, you know. Fishing, when the fish are there, you want to take advantage of it. I remember this when I was a kid, and we used to go on cobbles with my granddad, and we used to go mackerel fishing, and sometimes you'd wait ages for mackerel to come, and my granddad said you always have to be ready. Always be ready, because if you're not ready and then they turn up, you could have 15 to 20 minutes of them being there, and if you're not ready, then you'll miss that opportunity, and you'll end up missing out on more fish than what you could catch. And that's exactly what's happening now. Another little thing with paste is that if you've caught a few fish and they're scrubbing the bottom, you sometimes have to make your rig slightly deeper, especially if you're on a venue where there's silt, because what they do is they eat away the bottom to get the pellets, to get the paste, and that makes the floor dig away, and that obviously registers deeper on your rig. So if your float's just going under straight away and you're not getting a bite, that's why. I've got Matt on the paste, Matt Jackson on the other side behind us, catching away. See if we can get another one in first, and then we'll have a little chat about what that rig looks like. Into another fish again. And this one knows what it's doing. There we go. Bit of a foul look, and again, sometimes if you feel it going off like that, sometimes just best to sink the tip. What we'll do is have a quick look at the rig, and we'll get back out there, and hopefully there'll be some more to catch. Right everyone, so really simple and easy paste rigs, certainly mine anyway, but we're using a Ghost kit. It's a Max 18 kit. You can use any top kit that you want. I'd just recommend something quite strong. This is a 16 to 18 reactor core yellow, but it's more likely like a normal 16 hollow. It's very stretchy, but does power up really well. So we're using Guru Engage 019, so it's around £7, and that's all the way from the, well, not Dacron, the spider knot in this case, right the way down to a size 12 hook. And have we got it to hand? We have. It's a KM1 MIDI bagging carp hook, and they're a size 12. So we've got one of those on, which is tied on first. So I tie it on, get a piece of line, knotless knot, so I can leave a tag end, and then I thread the float on before I do it. I have no line down no shot down the line, just one number 8 which is sat underneath the float, and that just allows a little bit of weight off the float. Otherwise it just pulls too much on the paste if you've got a heavy float. Now it isn't a paste float because I gave my last one to Matty and I lost my other one today, but it is a Chianti sort of style float. Sorry, a diamond style float, not a Chianti. it is a Preston one, it's a Forby 16s, and to be honest, the only difference, what I'm looking for is just something with a thick bristle, and that just allows me to, you know, get the indication that I need. Really simple setup. I always do it like that, and it's just a simple way of putting it together. In regards to the paste, I've got many videos. If you look for Paste 101, it'll go through all the paste mix and how to put it together. What I tend to do is trap the top kit under my arm. In this case I'm using 4mm pellets. Summer I use 6s because obviously it's a higher feed rate. I dip my hand into water and grab a piece of paste. The paste is obviously unhookable in regards to you wouldn't be able to lift it and leave it, it would just fall off. And I push that into the paste, mould it round, and then that drops into the top. The line, always swirl your hands back off, that's what the water's there for. The line will then come from the paste in a U shape to the top. Now I will tip this way because that's where the line is, at the side of this pole, otherwise if I tip the opposite way the line would wrap over. And that's the way you get it out to be able to get it to where you need to fish, because obviously it wouldn't be able to do that because it's that soft. So what we'll do is we'll zoom the camera back out, we'll go back over there, and hopefully there's another fishy waiting for us over there. Fingers crossed, and hopefully we can get it in with not too much drama. Right guys, so we are zooming the bait back out, fingers crossed there is some fish back out there. Let it rest sort of 5 minutes because Matt wanted a photo over behind us of a lovely little mirror, and we obviously were chatting to you a lovely lot about the rig, so that settle might do us a favour. Just a little bit of bait in there, and hopefully there'll be a fish waiting for us. I wish you got smell-o-vision though. They've got a barbecue on at the clubhouse, and my god does that smell lush. Barbecues just smell so good. Even if there's nothing on it, they smell good. Definitely a fish straight on it. Hopefully it's a sizable fish. And it takes it. That's a good paste bite. Oh dear, that feels very heavy. And it wants to go this way, so hopefully we can turn that round. Because I haven't got any more sections that I can put on. Right guys, so straight in to another. Feels heavy. Going straight for that right hand side. I don't want it to go there again because there's a little reed out to the right. Prefer it to just come in front of me. So many snags on this pond. Definitely don't want it left, but we don't want it, there's like a stick up on the next peg. Fortunately yellow's probably not the best colour in this light, in this half light. It's quite difficult to see. Yeah, it's absolutely massive. I've just seen its tail. Right guys, so you join us back. We've had it on for around 10 minutes now. Didn't want to bore you with the monotonous of it chugging round, but I've still not seen it actually. I've seen its tail and it looks like a decent sized fish, but that's all I've got on it, if I'm honest. It's doing a lot of hugging the bottom. As you can see by all the leaves and everything that keeps following it up, there's so much debris about. It's an absolute massive ghostie. Boys, I've just seen it underwater. It is a lovely fish, which has made everything worse. Now that I've seen it, I'll be honest. We've just got Matt coming to see the action. And it does look foul hooked. It's a good fish as well. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's foul hooked. I honestly thought it were a normal fish, that. Nope, can't get it.
It's not coming up.
It's not coming up head first.
Yeah, it's not big enough. Let's get it in sideways.
No, there we go. This time. Oh, guys, I thought that was so much bigger, but it'll be a nice one to finish the video on. Anyway, I mean, it is a good fish. Unfortunately, it's foul hooked, but you know that's the joys of fishing. Out comes the thingy. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to nip off camera a second, get a cheeky little photo with it, and then we'll jump on and sign off. Guys, into another fish. We're gonna come back after that last fish that we foul hooked, unfortunately. We're gonna finish it on that one, but you know what it's like. You want another go, so we looked another one. It's not a big fish, possibly an F1 or a small carp, but I want to do it right. I want to finish on a properly hooked fish. And it is a nice F1, and he's hooked in the mouth, and that'll do me to finish the day. I tell you, it's been a lovely day at Willows today. It started off quite difficult actually, early doors. We had no wind on, it was flat calm and warm, and this area is not as good as what we wanted to do. Just rolled over the line, but he's in the mouth and he's in the net. And I could have filmed it, but you know, I just really wanted to have a pleasure session and just enjoy catching, which I'm sure all of you understand. But I was fishing an inch off the bottom with a corn through the water, firing 4 mils, and my God, I'd easy over £100. Just unbelievable sport, and I didn't finish it. I didn't film it. I just, you know, enjoyed myself. This is a whacking great F1 to finish on, so that is actually a good solace. And I did actually catch an F1 earlier on, and I think it's potentially the biggest F1 I've ever caught. It was absolutely ginormous. And we'll try and hold this fat boy up for camera if he's going to play it ball, which he's probably not going to do, but we'll try. any and then we've come on and we've gone down the edge and we're having a nightmare trying to pick up this boy with all the top kits behind. Stay still and let me pick a photo up for camera. There we go, a lovely stamp of F1. What a whacker to finish on. And then we've finished with some lovely fish down the edge, and that's, like I said, that's what today's video is all about. Just enjoying yourself and getting out on the bank. And you know, we shouldn't take everything so serious that we do, and we should just enjoy fishing. And you know what, that's what I've done today. And I could have filmed today and I didn't, and I thought to myself, let's do a nice little one to round the day off. And we've had some lovely fish and some lovely ghosties, and I seem to be on the ghosties this year. I don't know what's going on with that. I had it same at Cudmore and Candy Corner. I don't know. I hope it's a sign of things to come, because ghosties, as you all know, are awesome. So yeah, thank you very much. If you want to join us on the Facebook group at Angling For You, then you can join an absolutely fantastic community of people, around just under 9,000 and going strong. If you want to join us on the Instagram at Angling_For You and just share your photos, and that's also absolutely fine. And if you want to find any other videos, go on our playlist, and there's reviews, challenge videos and all sorts. And keep your eyes out, because we've got a little giveaway on the group, but through the YouTube, which is going to be a challenge aimed at getting people on the bank. So keep your eyes peeled for that, because there's a few things that I need to collate and pick up. I went to go and buy one of the elements of it yesterday, so there's a few little things I need to put together, and a few companies that are helping us along the way, so it will be a lovely thing to give away. So thank you very much as always. If you could like, share and subscribe, that would be superb, and join the Angling For You family. Until the next one, guys, thank you very much for watching. Tight lines.